Well, hi, Cancer. Welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of a two-part reading. So, Cancers, let's see what you can expect. Like, seriously here? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, surprises do happen. The overall energy of this reading is the Six of Cups. This is a cup of a soulmate card. This is a sincere love offer. This cup has a flower in it being offered. You might have known this person. There's some, of course, a soulmate involved here. You might have known this person since childhood, so teenage years or before. You've definitely known them from other lifetimes. When you look in their eyes, that's the connection that you have. So this soulmate surrounds this entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, the Seven of Swords. This is sneaky behavior. This is like taking, not giving. It's just being deceitful. So this energy is high in your energy. So you are, and it has to do with this soulmate, this overall energy. So I think you're feeling like this soulmate, I think, is a Knight of Wands, male or female. They run in and out of your life, and you have suspicions. You have doubts and suspicions about this relationship. On the back side of this Knight of Wands, running in and out of your life with passion, just in and out, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is an offer. This is an offer of security and stability. So, it looks to me, so far, we have a soulmate that runs in and out of your life, and it's making you suspicious of their other activities. What are they doing? What is this all about? But the Ace of Pentacles, that's the biggest pentacle in the deck. This is like an offer being made. So I feel like it's coming from the Knight of Wands. So let's read on. Under the Seven of Swords is the Empress. The Empress, this is such a beautiful energy. Male or female. This is your energy. Being loving and kind and thoughtful and considerate and just all these beautiful qualities that someone should be, everyone should be, but aren't. But you have a lot of these beautiful qualities. You're a beautiful person inside. If you're a parent, you're a very good parent. What you need in a soulmate, because this card, it just feels like this deceitful behavior is right over you. And so this is what your mind is on. It's this energy of the Knight of Wands. But it's also on this feeling that you have this connection with this person, this deep connection. They are a soulmate. So in order for the Empress, male or female, to have a lasting relationship, the person you're involved with, the soulmate that you need, must have some of those same qualities. So on the other side of the Six of Cups is the Page of Swords. You're on guard. You really are, because of that feeling, this like, what is going on in this relationship? You are like paying attention to everything right now that's going on. But what you don't know, because you're like, you keep it up. What you're thinking is if they keep it up, you're going to have to cut this relationship out. So right now you're just on guard. You're not swinging the sword with the Page of Swords. But this Ace of Pentacles is hanging right over the head of this Page of Swords. So I feel like there's something else happening that you're not aware of, yet you are on guard about this behavior, okay? So this is where we are so far. Under the Empress is the Moon card. This is the card for Pisces. So Pisces might be strong in your chart, might be strong in someone else's chart around this reading. And I don't know if I mentioned the Empress. The Empress can be Libra, might be strong in your chart or around this reading, or Taurus could be strong around this reading or in your chart. But now we have this card here for Cancer. I mean, for Pisces. God, it's your reading. So this is about things being exposed, things coming to light, night turning to day, okay, under the Empress. Now, I think what's going to be exposed and what's going to happen here is, I think there's going to be some kind of a declaration. So the Lovers card comes out right under the Soulmate card, right next to the Moon card. Here you are all suspicious about, this person's actions in the relationship. And then we have the Lovers show up. This is a divine soulmate connection. It's not just any soulmate. This is a soulmate you've been lovers with in another life. Your guardian angels and spirit guides, it's like they're trying to bring you two together. This is the card for Gemini. Gemini might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But this is next to the Moon. And I think this is what's going to be exposed, is they're not an ordinary soulmate. They're a special soulmate. And it's going to be exposed through all this conversation, because your sword is up, you're on guard. There's going to be a lot of talk about, where is this relationship going? What is going on? What are you doing when you're not around me? I mean, what is your life? What do you do? And why do you run in and out of my life? There's all kinds of conversation going on here. This is through text, phone calls, email, Skype, over the airways. So your guard is up, asking the questions you need to ask, because you don't know whether to swing that sword or not. And I think also through all this communication, you're going to find out about their feelings. You're going to find out this connection that they feel for you. And this is all going to come as a surprise. Like, it's all going to be, nothing's been said until you bring all this up. And you're going to hear some things that you really weren't aware of about this Knight of Wands, male or female. Let's take out the second half of this reading. For Cancers, please. What can they expect? Oh my gosh. Okay, so up here in your highest energy is the Hanged Man. This is a card of enlightenment. See, the head is all lit up. So, things are going to be exposed. You will be enlightened about, where they're coming from, what they're doing, how they feel, and it's all going to come from this conversation. And you're going to discover that they really have a strong connection towards you. They do, because they are a divine soulmate. Next to the Hangman here, and I always like to look around the Hangman, because this means you've reached out for advice from the universe, you want to be enlightened. So the Ace of Pentacles is pretty close. So I think the Hangman is saying there is an offer of commitment hanging around out there. There is this energy of a commitment that may be offered to you. We also have the Five of Pentacles on the other side of the Hanged Man. So this is how you feel every time they run out. This is abandoned. This is like rejected. This is lonely. Yeah, you've kind of had enough of this. It's right next to the Hanged Man. So because there's no stability, security, and no real foundation yet in this relationship, you've reached out to the universe about how it makes you feel. Because they run in and out. Who wouldn't feel that way? So, on the other side of this Five of Pentacles is the Nine of Cups. So every time they run out and you're feeling lonely, you'd have to take all that love that you have, and you do have love for this person, a lot. and put it on a shelf behind you and just like save it for the next time they show up, for the next time they come in. So this cycle you're getting tired of, Page of Swords, and you're almost getting ready to cut this relationship out. But don't forget, it looks like there's a lot of conversation taking place before you swing that sword. And I think there's a lot of changes taking place. So we have the Wheel of Fortune under the Hanged Man. Enlightenment. The universe is involved. It's time for a new life cycle for the better here for you. Things are changing. Things are turning. And they're turning right towards that new life cycle. We have the World card here. Things aren't going to stay like this. Things are going to be changing. And this conversation, it feels like this conversation is what is going to help this relationship kind of change from this in and out energy, fly-by-night energy, into something more secure, something more like grounded. So we have the World card, new life cycle, next to the universe being involved in pulling and pushing and nudging and everything else for this life cycle to get started. It's right under that Five of Pentacles, feeling lonely every time they leave. You're not going to be in this energy too much longer. So next to the World is the Queen of Cups. The new life cycle, this is under that Nine of Cups, where every time you feel this way, the Five of Pentacles, you have to put your love on a shelf and just kind of keep it there until they come back in so that you can share your love again. We have the Queen of Cups, so you're thinking hard about that. And this is water energy, Cancer. This is you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But male or female, trying to peek in. This is the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it. There's little windows around that cup. The Queen has a lot of love questions, trying to peek in those windows, because that's where all the answers are, in that cup. So they're love questions. It's coming up in conversation. Every time you have to put your love on a shelf, it's like, God, how do they feel about me? How do I really feel about them? You know, why? You have a lot of questions about why this is happening, why they keep running in and out when it feels so right when they're there. Under the Wheel of Fortune is the Ace of Swords. This is close to all that communication. It is about the truth. It is about the clarity that you receive through all this conversation. So you're going to ask the questions. You're not just going to rush out there, cut the relationship out, and try to move on. You're going to try to get to the bottom of what's going on here before you do any swinging of that sword. So truth and clarity is going to be very helpful. It's going to help you to move forward for your better into a new life cycle. It's going to, the truth and clarity is going to be, there might be, I only have one card of a possible actual third party. There could be somebody else involved because we do have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. It might come up in this conversation because it's Ace of Swords. So this is a lot of truth and clarity. It's close to all this conversation. So there's a couple of things that could be going on here. One thing could be there's somebody else that is taking their time, okay? It could be anybody. It could be a third party. It could be a child. It could be a parent. It could be anything. So, but that will come up. The truth will come out. What they're doing when they run off, when they're being deceitful, like they're not telling you everything. They come in and they leave. So whatever it is, they're going to expose to you. Okay? You're going to get your truth and you're going to get your clarity. It could also be butting heads. There could be some, like a little bit of arguing or butting heads through this conversation about something here. But I really feel like there's something else taking their attention. And I think that will come up in conversation. Next to the Three of Pentacles and under the Queen of Cups, looking for all those love answers. This is the Strength card, the card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your chart, might be strong in someone else's chart. That infinity symbol, that is a symbol of knowing and intuition. So what this card is about knowing what you have to do, finding the courage and the strength to do it. And I think the courage and the strength to do it, instead of just sitting around trying to figure this out on your own, you actually come out with this conversation and you bring it all up and you ask for the answers and you do get the truth, because I have the Ace of Swords here. So it looks like the truth will come out. I don't see any tower moments. I just see, I see moving forward here. And I think you're moving forward with your soulmate, your divine soulmate, remember. Because things are going to be exposed. And I think this is going to be something that you can work with and move forward with them towards this new life cycle. And it might include a offer of commitment. They do have it. They have the pentacle, and being the Ace of Pentacles, I do think eventually it will be offered to you. So that might be part of this new life cycle here too. So wow, Cancers, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance.